Kenji, frustrated by constant failures and setbacks, sat beside the wise Zen master. His dreams seemed distant, slipping through his fingers no matter how hard he tried. Defeated, he sought guidance. Kenji asks the master, "Why do I fail even when I give my best? I feel like life blindsides me no matter how much effort I put in. How can I find success when nothing seems to go as planned?"
Let me tell you the story of a blindfolded painter, Kenji. There is wisdom in his struggle. Once, in a faraway village, there lived a talented painter named Hiroto. His art was known far and wide for its beauty, and his brushstrokes were so delicate that they brought his paintings to life. But as with all artists, Hiroto constantly sought perfection. He wanted his work to be flawless, something beyond human achievement. One day, a traveler visited Hiroto's studio. Seeing the painter's immense talent, the traveler challenged him, saying, "If you are truly a master, you should be able to paint something remarkable even with your eyes covered." Hiroto, brimming with confidence, accepted the challenge. His assistants blindfolded him, and he stood before the blank canvas with his brush in hand. At first, he hesitated, unsure of where to place his brush. The room was silent, filled only with the soft whispers of the wind. Hiroto took a deep breath, steadying himself, and began to paint. The strokes were slow at first, careful and calculated. But with each passing moment, Hiroto began to paint with more freedom, trusting his instincts and the years of practice that had made his hands steady. In his mind, he could visualize the painting as if his eyes were wide open. He painted not with his sight, but with his heart. When Hiroto finally removed the blindfold, he looked upon the canvas and was surprised by what he saw. The painting, while not as technically perfect as his usual work, held something far more valuable. It was alive with emotion and energy, radiating a raw, powerful beauty. It was not a painting created by the mind, but by the spirit. The traveler smiled and said, "You see, Hiroto, true mastery is not about controlling every detail. It's about letting go of the need to control. When you rely too much on what you see and try to force perfection, you lose the essence of creation. But when you paint from within, trusting the process, you achieve something far greater." Hiroto realized then that his pursuit of perfection had blinded him in a way more limiting than any blindfold. His previous works, though beautiful, lacked the life and soul of the painting he had created while blindfolded. In trying to control every outcome, he had missed the deeper connection with his art. The lesson stayed with Hiroto for the rest of his life. He continued to paint, but now he allowed the brush to flow naturally, letting go of the need for perfection. He no longer feared failure because he understood that failure itself was part of the process. The more he surrendered to the moment, the more his art flourished.
Kenji sat quietly, absorbing the story's meaning. His frustration with failure began to dissolve as he realized that his focus on controlling every outcome was the very thing holding him back.
Kenji, like the painter, you must trust the process. The failures you face are not obstacles, they are part of the journey. Stop trying to force perfection. Instead, act with sincerity, and success will come naturally.
With the master's wisdom fresh in his heart, Kenji walked away from the temple, no longer burdened by the fear of failure. He now understood that true success lay not in control, but in trust and surrender.